Captain Lee Day-Ho stood on the bridge of the starship Harmony, watching the blue planet grow larger on the screen. This was humanity's first meeting with alien life. After 300 years of space travel, Earth had finally found other people among the stars. "Captain, we're getting a message from the planet," said Dr. Park So-Young from her station. She was Earth's best language expert and had spent months learning to talk with these new aliens. "Put it on the main screen," Lee said. His hands were sweaty inside his gloves. This moment would change everything for humanity. The screen showed a tall, thin creature made of what looked like living crystal. Its voice came through the ship's speakers, speaking broken but clear English. "Welcome, humans from Earth. I am Veltar, leader of this world. We must talk quickly. There is great danger coming." Ambassador Yoon Tae-min stepped forward. He was Earth's chosen speaker for this historic meeting. "Thank you for welcoming us, Veltar. We come in peace and hope to join your galactic community." Veltar's crystal body flashed red. Yes, you must join us quickly. The Galactic Federation needs all help against the enemy. They are coming closer every year." Lee felt confused. They had expected a slow, careful first meeting. Instead, these aliens seemed scared and in a hurry. "What enemy?" Dr. Park asked, leaning forward in her chair. "The destroyers. The ones who cannot be stopped. They have killed entire worlds. We hoped they would never find this part of space, but they are getting closer." The bridge became very quiet. Every human looked at each other with worry. They had come to make friends, not to hear about some terrible enemy. "Can you tell us more about this threat?" Yoon asked in his calm diplomat voice. Veltar made a sound like breaking glass, which Dr. Park had learned meant sadness. "Come to our planet. There are others you must meet. The Federation has been watching these destroyers for many years. They know more than I do." 2 hours later, Lee found himself in a huge crystal building on the alien planet. The air smelled like metal and flowers. Around a large table sat creatures he had never imagined. There was Quindara, who looked like a giant insect with 4 arms. Another alien named Rixtal had blue skin and 3 eyes. All of them looked afraid. "The enemy has no real name," Quindara said through a translator device. "They take different names on different worlds. But they are always the same. They are killers who cannot be stopped." Dr. Park took notes on her computer. "What do they look like?" "Like you," Rixtal said, pointing at the humans. 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. They are about your size and can live almost anywhere. Lee felt a cold feeling in his stomach. "They look like humans?" "Very much like humans," Veltar said. "But they are monsters. They take over worlds not to live there, but to make them into war machines. They steal technology and make it better. They turn peaceful planets into factories for death." Yoon leaned forward. "How long have they been attacking worlds?" 800 of your Earth years," Quindara answered. "Maybe more. They started far away, but they keep moving closer. They destroy everything in their path." The aliens showed the humans pictures on a large screen. Dead cities, burned forests, empty oceans. World after world turned into gray wastelands. "This was Kethmar," Veltar said, showing a picture of a beautiful world with purple trees and silver lakes. 2 million people lived there. The enemy came, and in 10 years nothing was left alive. Dr. Park stared at the pictures. "How do they fight? What weapons do they use?" "They use our own weapons against us," Rixtal said angrily. "They take our ships, our guns, our shields, but they make them better somehow. They learn faster than we do." "Their ships are not pretty," Quindara added. "They are made for war only, gray and black, covered in weapons. When you see them, you know death is coming." Lee looked at his crew. They all had the same worried look. "Have you ever beaten them in battle?" All the aliens became very quiet. Finally, Veltar spoke. "Sometimes we win small fights, but never a big war. They always come back stronger. They learn from every battle." "What do they want?" Yoon asked. "Why do they attack?" "We do not know," Quindara said. "They do not talk much. They send messages demanding surrender, but they never explain why they fight." Dr. Park looked up from her notes. "Do you know where they came from originally?" The aliens looked at each other. Rixtal spoke first. "Far away past the Great Dark. They appeared suddenly like they came from outside our galaxy." "Wait," Lee said. "You said they look like humans and they came from far away. Do you know what they call themselves?" Veltar's crystal body flashed yellow. "They use many names, but the most common one sounds like human, or maybe human. Our translators have trouble with their language." The human delegation sat in complete silence. Lee felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. Dr. Park's computer fell from her hands and clattered on the floor. "Are you ill?" Quindara asked, noticing their strange behavior. Yoon cleared his throat. We need to think about this information. It's very troubling." "Of course," Veltar said. "We will give you all our records about the enemy. Their attack patterns, their technology, everything we know. Earth must be ready." "How close are they now?" Lee asked quietly. "Perhaps 50 years away, maybe less," Rixtal answered. "They move slowly, conquering each world completely before moving to the next. But they never stop moving." The meeting continued for several more hours. The aliens gave the humans thousands of files about the enemy. Pictures of their ships, recordings of their attacks, maps showing their movement across the galaxy. As the Harmony prepared to leave for Earth, Lee stood alone in his cabin, looking at the files. The enemy ships in the pictures looked crude but deadly. The attack patterns reminded him of something, but he could not think what. Dr. Park knocked on his door. "Captain, we need to talk." "Come in," Lee said. "Those aliens they described," she said quietly. "The ones who look like humans and call themselves human." "I know," Lee said. "I'm thinking the same thing." "The lost colony ship," Park whispered. "The New Horizon. It disappeared 800 years ago." Lee nodded slowly. "With 50,000 people on board. They were heading for the far edge of the galaxy. If they survived..." Park could not finish the sentence. "Then humanity's greatest enemy," Lee said, "might be humanity itself." The Harmony turned toward Earth carrying news that would change everything. Behind them, the aliens prepared for war against an enemy they did not know was already among them. Commander Kim Hyunwoo sat in the dark room deep under Earth's capital city. Around him, screens showed information about the alien threat. But Kim was not looking at alien data. He was reading old Earth files about a ship that disappeared long ago. "The New Horizon launched in 2587, he said to his team. "Colony ship, 50,000 people. Destination was the Outer Rim territories." Dr. Choi Minji looked up from her computer. "That's exactly 800 years ago. The same time the aliens say their enemy first appeared." "Could be a coincidence," said Lieutenant Colonel Bae Jun-ho, but his voice showed he did not believe it. Kim pulled up more files. The New Horizon was not just a colony ship. It carried military equipment, defense systems, weapons factories, everything needed to protect a new colony. And 50,000 people, Choi added quietly, all the genetic diversity needed to start a new human civilization. The room became quiet except for the humming of computers. 3 days had passed since Captain Lee's ship returned from alien space. The news had shocked everyone on Earth. Now the government's best people were trying to understand what it meant. "Show me the alien attack patterns again," Kim said. Bae put the information on the main screen. Red lines showed how the enemy moved from world to world. "They take about 10 to 15 years per planet. Complete conquest, then they move on." Choi studied the pattern. "That's not random destruction. That's systematic colonization." "What do you mean?" Kim asked. "Look at the planets they choose," Choi said, pointing at the screen. "All of them have water. All of them can support human life. They're not just destroying worlds. They're taking the ones humans could live on." Kim felt a cold feeling in his chest. "Pull up our historical military doctrine. 21st century colonial expansion patterns." The computer showed old Earth military strategies from hundreds of years ago. The pattern was exactly the same. Secure resources, establish bases, move forward slowly but steadily. "Dear God," Bae whispered. "It's us. The enemy is us." Kim stood up and walked to the window. Outside, Earth cities stretched to the horizon, peaceful, safe, but maybe not for long. "We need more proof," he said. "Get me everything about the New Horizon. Crew records, ship design, mission objectives. Everything." Dr. Choi worked at her computer for hours. Slowly, the truth came together like pieces of a puzzle. "The New Horizon carried Colonel Nam Ki-young," she said. "Military commander and chief scientist? Specialist in alien technology reverse engineering." "Reverse engineering?" Kim asked. "Taking enemy technology and making it work for us," Bae explained. "The aliens said the enemy steals their technology and improves it." Choi continued reading. "The ship also carried genetic modification equipment, medical facilities for extending human life, advanced manufacturing systems. Everything you would need," Kim said slowly, "to build an empire." The door opened and Dr. Park So-young entered. She looked tired from the long trip back from alien space. "Commander Kim," she said, "I've been analyzing the alien language recordings, the enemy communication patterns. What did you find?" Park sat down and activated her computer. Strange sounds filled the room. Harsh voices speaking in clicks and growls. "At first it sounds completely alien," Park said. "But if you run it through old Earth military code patterns," she pressed another button. Suddenly the sounds became clear. Human voices speaking English but changed by 800 years and mixed with alien words. "Sector 7 clear. Moving to resource extraction point." Resistance eliminated, the room fell silent. Kim felt sick. "There's more," Park said. "I found this in the deepest files." A new voice came from the speakers. Older. Colder. Speaking with the authority of absolute command. "This is the Inheritor, speaking to all Dominion forces. Earth abandoned us to die in the void. Now we are strong. Now we return to show them what we have become. The homeworld will pay for their betrayal." Kim grabbed the edge of the table. "The Inheritor? I think it's their leader," Park said. "And I think he's one of the original colonists from the New Horizon." Bay was checking his computer. "That's impossible. That was 800 years ago. No human lives that long." "No normal human," Choi said quietly. "But the aliens have life extension technology. If the colonists captured it," Kim understood. The lost colonists had not just survived. They had taken alien technology and used it to make themselves stronger. Longer lived. "More dangerous, how many worlds have they conquered?" he asked. Park checked her files. "At least 40 confirmed. Maybe more. So now there could be millions of them," Bay said. 40 worlds full of humans who think Earth betrayed them." Kim walked to the communications panel. "Get me Admiral Song, emergency priority." While they waited, Choi made another discovery. "Commander, look at this. The enemy's current position according to alien intelligence." The star map showed a cluster of red dots. They were moving in Earth's direction. "How far away?" Kim asked. 3 star systems," Choi answered. "If they maintain their current speed." "How long?" 5 years. Maybe less." The door opened and Admiral Song Yoon-jae entered. She was Earth's top military commander, a small woman with steel in her eyes. "Admiral," Kim said, "we have a problem. The alien enemy isn't alien." He explained everything they had discovered. The Admiral listened without speaking, her face growing more serious with each detail. "So you're telling me," she said finally, "that our greatest threat is a lost colony of humans who blame us for abandoning them?" "Yes, Admiral. And they're coming home for revenge?" "It looks that way." Admiral Song sat down heavily. "How strong are they?" Park answered. 800 years of constant warfare, alien technology, genetic modifications, and they think Earth betrayed them. The aliens, Kim added, have never beaten them in a major battle. Admiral Song was quiet for a long moment. "What about the Galactic Federation? Will they help us?" "That's another problem," Park said quietly. "I've been monitoring alien communications. They know about Earth now. They know humans look like their enemy, and they're planning to attack us first. They think Earth is the source of the threat." Admiral Song stood up quickly. "What?" "They're gathering a fleet," Park continued. "They plan to destroy Earth before it can create more enemies like the ones that have been attacking them." Kim felt the situation spinning out of control. "So we have the lost colonists coming from one direction wanting revenge, and the aliens coming from another direction, wanting to prevent Earth from creating more threats. How long before the aliens attack?" Admiral Song asked. "Their fleet is still being assembled," Park said. "Maybe 6 months. So the aliens will get here first." "Yes, Admiral." Admiral Song walked to the window and looked out at the peaceful city. "We need to contact the lost colonists. Try to explain what really happened." "I don't think they'll listen," Bay said. 800 years of believing Earth abandoned them. That's a lot of hate." "Then we need the aliens to understand that we're not the same as the enemy," Admiral Song said. "How do we prove that?" Kim asked. Admiral Song turned back to the group. Her face was grim but determined. "We help them fight the lost colonists," she said. "We prove that Earth is on their side by fighting our own people." The room became very quiet. The choice was terrible but clear. To save Earth, they might have to go to war against other humans. "Get me a secure line to Captain Lee," Admiral Song ordered. "He needs to convince the aliens that Earth wants to help them." As the meeting ended, Kim looked at the star map one more time. Two fleets coming toward Earth, one alien, one human. Both potentially deadly. Earth was caught between them, and time was running out. Captain Lee Daeho stood in the crystal chamber where he had first met the aliens. But now everything was different. Armed alien guards surrounded the room. Ambassador Quindara's insect face showed no friendship, only suspicion. "You lied to us," Quindara said through the translator. "Your people are the enemy we have been fighting." Lee raised his hands peacefully. "We didn't lie. We didn't know." "Impossible," Veltar's crystal body flashed angry red. "Your own people attack us for 800 years and Earth knows nothing?" Dr. Park So-young stepped forward. "Please let me explain. A long time ago, Earth sent a colony ship to the far edge of space. The ship was lost. We thought everyone on it was dead. Lost?" Rixtel's 3 eyes focused on her. "How do you lose 50,000 people?" "Space is huge," Park said. "Ships sometimes disappear. Equipment fails. We searched but never found them." Lee could see the aliens did not believe her. 800 years of fear and anger could not be explained away easily. "Even if this is true," Quindara said, "it changes nothing. There are now 2 human civilizations. One here, one there. Both are threats." "Earth is not a threat," Lee said firmly. "We came here in peace." "Your lost colony also started with 50,000 people," Veltar pointed out. "Now they control 40 worlds. How many people does Earth have?" Lee did not want to answer. "Earth had over 12 billion people. We are not like them," Park said. "Earth has lived in peace for 300 years. "So did they in the beginning," Rixtal said coldly. "Before they became killers." On Earth, Admiral Song Yunjai read reports from her intelligence officers. The news was getting worse every hour. "The alien fleet is bigger than we thought," Commander Kim Hyun-woo reported. "Over 2,000 ships from 17 different worlds. When will they arrive?" Admiral Song asked. 4 months, Kim answered. "Maybe less." Colonel No Yu-jin looked up from her tactical display. "Admiral, we've analyzed the lost colony's military capabilities. 8 centuries of warfare have made them very dangerous." "How dangerous?" "Each of their ships carries technology from dozens of different alien civilizations. Their weapons, shields, and engines are all hybrid designs, much more advanced than anything we have." Admiral Song studied the reports. Earth's military was strong, but it was designed to keep peace among human worlds. "It was not built to fight an enemy like this. What about their numbers?" she asked. "Difficult to estimate," No replied. 40 conquered worlds. Each could support millions of people. They've had 800 years to grow. Director Han Ji-wook entered the room carrying urgent papers. "Admiral, we've intercepted communications from the Lost Colony fleet." "What do they say?" Han activated a recording device. The voice that came out was cold and filled with hate. "This is Commander Seo Byung-ho of the Terran Dominion. All Federation forces will withdraw from the Sol system. Earth belongs to the Dominion now." Admiral Song felt her blood freeze. "They're already here?" 3 days out, Han confirmed. "They call themselves the Terran Dominion now. And they're not interested in talking." Back on the alien world, Captain Lee received the same message. He watched the aliens' reaction and knew the situation was hopeless. "Your people demand we leave this system," Quindara said. "They claim Earth as their territory." "The lost colonists don't speak for Earth," Lee said desperately. "We don't even know them anymore." "It does not matter," Veltar said. "You are the same species. You will eventually become like them." Dr. Park was studying the colony ship's message. "Wait," she said. "This Commander Seo Byung-ho. His name is in our records." She worked quickly on her computer. Seo Byung-ho. Age 37 when the New Horizon launched. Ship's tactical officer, Lee did the math. That was 800 years ago. He should be dead. "Unless they have alien life extension technology," Park said quietly. The aliens heard this and became even more agitated. "You see?" Rixtal said. "They steal our technology and use it to live forever. They become more dangerous every year." Ambassador Yoon Taemin, who had been quiet until now, finally spoke. "What if Earth helps you fight them?" The room became silent. All the aliens stared at him. "What did you say?" Quindara asked. "Earth could help the Galactic Federation fight the lost colonists," Yoon repeated. "We know how humans think. We know their weaknesses." "You would fight your own people?" Veltar asked in amazement. Yoon looked at Lee and Park. They both nodded slightly. "They're not our people anymore," Yoon said. "They became something else. Something dangerous. If we have to choose between Earth and them, we choose Earth." On Earth, Admiral Song was having the same conversation with her officers. "The Federation fleet will arrive in 4 months," she said. "The Dominion fleet will arrive in 3 days. We need allies. You want to ally with the aliens?" Commander Kim asked. "Against other humans?" Colonel No added. "Look at the situation," Admiral Song said firmly. "The Dominion wants to conquer Earth. The Federation wants to destroy it. Our only chance is to prove to the Federation that we're on their side." Director Han activated another recording. Listen to this. It's from the Dominion leader, the one they call the Inheritor. The voice was ancient and full of rage. 800 years we waited. 800 years we grew strong while Earth lived in comfort. Now we return to show them what abandonment creates. There will be no mercy for the homeworld." Admiral Song stood up. "That settles it. These people blame Earth for their suffering. They won't listen to reason. So we fight them?" Kim asked. "We fight them," Admiral Song confirmed. "And we pray the aliens will help us instead of destroying us both." Back in the alien meeting chamber, the discussion continued. "How do we know this is not a trick?" Rixtal demanded. "Humans working together to defeat us?" "Because," Lee said, "the Dominion is coming to attack Earth too. In 3 days, Earth will be under siege." The aliens looked at each other in surprise. "You didn't know?" Park asked. "The Dominion never attacks 2 targets at once," Quindara said slowly. "They always finish one world before moving to the next." "Earth isn't just another target," Yoon explained. "It's their old home. The place they think betrayed them. This is personal." Veltar's crystal body flashed thoughtful blue. "So Earth faces the same enemy we do?" "Yes," Lee said. "And if Earth falls, the Dominion will have 12 billion more people and all of our technology. They would become unstoppable," Rixtal whispered. The aliens talked among themselves in their own languages. Finally, Quindara spoke. "We will return to our worlds and discuss this. The Federation Council must vote." "How long will that take?" Lee asked. "Too long," Quindara admitted. "But there is no other way." As the meeting ended, Dr. Park pulled Lee aside. "Captain, I've been analyzing the Dominion communications. Their technology has advanced far beyond what we thought possible." "How far?" "They're not just using stolen alien technology," she said quietly. "They're improving it, making it better. After 800 years of constant war, they've become something we might not be able to fight." Lee looked out the crystal window at the alien city. In 3 days, Earth would face its greatest enemy, an enemy that looked human but had become something else entirely. "Contact Admiral Song," he said. "Tell her we need the aliens' help, whatever the cost. And if the aliens refuse?" Lee was quiet for a moment. "Then Earth faces the Dominion alone." General Ryu Sang-min looked at the mixed fleet gathering near Jupiter. Human ships and alien vessels worked together for the first time in history. It was strange to see Earth's gray warships next to the colorful alien craft, but there was no choice now. "Status report," he said to his staff. 200 Earth ships ready for combat," reported Captain Oh Hae-won. "The alien fleet has 800 vessels from 12 different worlds. And the Dominion? Still 3 days out. Long-range sensors show at least 500 ships, but their technology..." Captain Oh paused. "Sir, their ships are like nothing we've ever seen." General Ryu studied the tactical display. The Dominion fleet moved in perfect formation, their ships dark and menacing. 800 years of war had taught them efficiency. Dr. Lim Jae-sung entered the command center, carrying a tablet full of technical data. "General, I've been working with the alien scientists on our weapons. What did you learn?" "The aliens have powerful energy shields, but the Dominion has learned to break through them. However, the Dominion's weakness is their arrogance. They expect alien technology to work in predictable ways." "Explain." "We can modify our human weapons to work differently than alien weapons. It might surprise them long enough to give us an advantage." On the alien command ship, Ambassador Quindara spoke with Captain Lee through the communication system. "Your General Ryu has agreed to joint command," Quindara said. "This is unprecedented. No alien species has ever fought alongside humans." "These are not normal times," Lee replied. "The Dominion threatens both our peoples. Tell me, Captain Lee, what was Earth like before your people left for the stars?" Lee thought for a moment. "Earth was peaceful. We had wars in the past, but we learned to live together. The people on the New Horizon were colonists, not soldiers. Yet they became the greatest warriors the galaxy has ever seen." "War changes people," Lee said sadly. 800 years of fighting turned them into something we don't recognize. Captain Oh Hae-won led a small squadron of stealth ships toward the edge of the solar system. Her mission was to gather intelligence on the Dominion fleet before the battle began. "Stay close," she told her pilots. "We need to see what we're dealing with, but don't get caught." As they approached the Dominion fleet, Oh felt her breath catch. The enemy ships were massive, covered in weapons and armor. But what scared her most was how human they still looked. She could see the original Earth design underneath all the alien modifications. "Captain," her sensor officer whispered, "I'm detecting life signs on those ships." "How many?" "Thousands per ship. Maybe tens of thousands." Oh realized the Dominion ships were not just warships. They were mobile cities carrying entire populations of warriors. "Get us back to the fleet," she ordered. "The general needs to see this." When Oh returned, she found the Allied fleet preparing for battle. Human and alien crews worked together, sharing technology and tactics. "Report," General Ryu said as soon as she entered. "Sir, the Dominion fleet is bigger than we thought. Each ship carries a large population. This isn't just an attack fleet. It's an invasion force." Dr. Lim looked up from his weapon modifications. "Invasion?" "They're planning to take Earth and stay," Oh explained. "Those ships are designed for long-term occupation." General Ryu felt a chill. "How many people?" "Millions, sir. Maybe more." The alien commander Veltar's crystal body flashed worried colors. "This changes everything. If the Dominion conquers Earth, they will have the population to attack multiple worlds at once." "They would become unstoppable," Quindara agreed. The first battle came sooner than expected. A small Dominion force attacked the mining station on Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. "All ships, this is General Ryu," he announced over the fleet communications. "Remember, these are humans like us, but they are not our friends anymore. Protect your crews and follow the battle plan." The Allied fleet moved to defend Europa. As they approached, Captain O saw something that made her heart sink. "General, the Dominion ships are using human distress signals." "What?" "They're broadcasting emergency messages." Pretending to be Earth ships in trouble, General Ryu understood immediately. It was a trap designed to use human nature against them. The Dominion knew Earth ships would try to rescue humans in danger. "All ships, ignore the distress signals," he ordered. "This is enemy deception." But some of the newer Earth pilots did not listen. 3 ships broke formation to help what they thought were humans in trouble. "Captain O, get them back," General Ryu ordered. O's ship raced after the confused pilots. But it was too late. The Dominion ships dropped their disguise and opened fire. The 3 Earth ships were destroyed in seconds. "This is what we face," General Ryu announced grimly. "An enemy that looks like us, sounds like us, but has no mercy left." The battle for Europa lasted 6 hours. The Allied fleet won, but barely. The Dominion ships fought with a coordination that amazed even the aliens. "How do they communicate so perfectly?" asked Commander Rixtel after the battle. Dr. Lim had been studying the captured Dominion technology. "I think they're using some kind of shared mental link. Part biological, part technological. They've modified themselves," Captain O realized. "Not just their ships, but their bodies and minds, too." General Ryu looked at the casualty reports. 47 ships lost, most of them alien. The Dominion had lost only 12 ships, but they had retreated. Why did they pull back? He wondered aloud. "To study us," suggested Captain Lee over the communication link. "They learned how we fight. Next time they'll be ready." Dr. Lim made another disturbing discovery. "General, I've analyzed the wreckage from the Dominion ships. Their technology is at least 200 years ahead of ours." 200 years? They've been advancing constantly while Earth focused on peace. Every world they conquered taught them something new. Ambassador Yoon joined the conversation from the alien homeworld. "The Federation Council has voted. They will commit their entire fleet to defending Earth." "Why?" General Ryu asked, surprised. "Because if Earth falls, nowhere in the galaxy will be safe from the Dominion." Captain O was studying the tactical reports when she noticed something odd. "General, look at this." "The Dominion attack pattern. What about it?" "It's not random. They're testing specific things. Our shield frequencies, our weapon ranges, how quickly we can coordinate between human and alien ships." General Ryu understood. "They're gathering data for the main attack." "How long before they're ready?" asked Dr. Lim. Oh checked her calculations. 2 days, maybe 3. "Then we need to be ready too," General Ryu said. "Dr. Lim, how are the weapon modifications coming?" "Almost finished. The aliens have been very helpful. We've created something the Dominion won't expect. What? Human weapons powered by alien energy cores. It should give us enough surprise for one good attack. General Ryu looked out at the Allied fleet. Human and alien ships spread across space preparing for the most important battle in Earth's history. Captain O, I want you to take another stealth mission. Get close to their main fleet. What are you looking for, sir? Their command ship. If we can identify their leader, maybe we can end this war quickly. As O prepared for her dangerous mission, Dr. Lim finished the weapon modifications. The alien technology was incredible, but he wondered if it would be enough. General, he said quietly, even with all our improvements, the Dominion still has advantages we can't match. Such as 800 years of experience, unity of purpose, and no fear of death. General Ryu nodded grimly. Then we'll have to use what they don't have. What's that? Hope, General Ryu said. They fight for revenge. We fight for survival. The Allied fleet continued its preparations as the Dominion main force approached Earth. In 2 days, the battle would begin that would decide the fate of both humanity and the galaxy. Captain O's stealth ship slipped away into the darkness, heading toward an enemy that had once been human, but was now something far more dangerous. Fleet Admiral Kang Soo-hyun stood on the bridge of the Earth flagship Defiance, watching the largest space battle in human history begin. Around Earth's moon, over 1,500 ships faced each other in deadly formation. Dominion fleet is in position, reported Captain Shin Bo-ra from the communications station. They're requesting surrender. Let me hear it, Admiral Kang said. The voice that came through the speakers was cold and ancient. This is the Inheritor, leader of the Terran Dominion. Earth has 30 minutes to surrender completely or we will take it by force. Admiral Kang picked up the microphone. This is Fleet Admiral Kang Soo-hyun of Earth Defense. We will not surrender to invaders even if they were once human. A different voice answered, younger but equally hard. Admiral, this is Commander Seo Byung-ho. You call us invaders, but this is our home too. Earth abandoned us to die 800 years ago. Earth never abandoned anyone, Admiral Kang replied. Your ship was lost. We searched for decades. Lies, the Inheritor's voice cut in. We survived without Earth's help. We became strong. Now we return to claim what is ours. Captain Shin was analyzing the Dominion communications. Admiral, I'm detecting multiple command signals. Their fleet has perfect coordination. How is that possible? Unknown. But they're acting like a single organism. General Ryu's voice came over the fleet channel. All ships prepare for battle. Remember, we fight not just for Earth, but for the freedom of the galaxy. The Dominion fleet began to move. 500 ships, each one a masterpiece of stolen alien technology. They advanced in perfect formation, their weapons already charging. Admiral Kang watched her fleet respond. Earth ships took defensive positions while alien vessels provided support. It was strange to fight alongside former enemies against former friends. First wave incoming, Captain Shin reported. The space around Earth's moon exploded in light and fire. Dominion ships fired weapons that combined human strategy with alien power. The Allied fleet returned fire with everything they had. Captain Oh Hai-won, flying her stealth fighter deep in the battle, watched in horror as Dominion weapons tore through Allied shields like paper. They know exactly how to counter our defenses, she reported to Admiral Kang. It's like they've studied every alien technology for centuries. Because they have. Dr. Lim's voice came over the channel. Admiral, I'm detecting something strange about their coordination. What? The Dominion crews aren't just communicating. They're sharing thoughts directly. Some kind of technological telepathy. Admiral Kang realized what this meant. The Dominion wasn't just a fleet of ships. It was a single mind with hundreds of bodies. Target their command ship, she ordered. If we can break their link, which one is the command ship? Asked General Ryu. Captain O dove deeper into the enemy formation, scanning for the source of the coordination signals. Dominion fighters chased her, but her ship was faster. Found it, she announced. Massive vessel at the center of their formation. Admiral, it's huge. On her screen, Admiral Kang saw Captain O's sensor data. The Dominion command ship was 3 times larger than any Earth vessel. It looked like a floating city covered in weapons. That's where the Inheritor is, she realized. Captain Shin suddenly looked up from her station. Admiral, I'm receiving a direct communication request. Personal channel? Encryption level beyond anything we've seen. From who? The Inheritor himself. Admiral Kang hesitated. The battle raged around them, but this might be their only chance to end it without destroying both fleets. Put him through. The main screen showed a figure that made Admiral Kang's blood freeze. The Inheritor looked human, but barely. His body was a mixture of flesh and technology. Cables ran into his skull. His eyes glowed with artificial light. Admiral Kang, the Inheritor said, "I am Dr. Nam Ki-young, formerly of the colony ship New Horizon." "Dr. Nam," Admiral Kang said carefully, "you were the chief scientist on the colony mission." "I was many things," Nam replied. "I was also young and foolish enough to believe Earth cared about its children." "Earth did care. Your ship was lost due to equipment failure. We never stopped looking." Nam's artificial eyes flashed with anger. "Equipment failure? We sent distress signals for 50 years. Earth never answered." Admiral Kang felt her heart sink. "Dr. Nam, your ship traveled beyond our communication range. We never received any distress signals." For a moment, the ancient scientist's face showed uncertainty. Then it hardened again. "Even if that's true," he said, "it changes nothing. We survived. We grew strong. We conquered 40 worlds while Earth lived in comfort. You conquered innocent people," Admiral Kang said firmly. "Billions died because of your war." "Billions died because they were weak," Nam replied coldly. "We gave them the chance to join us. Most refused." Captain Shen was working frantically at her station. "Admiral, I found something in our historical archives. The New Horizons' original mission parameters. Show me." On a secondary screen, old Earth documents appeared. Captain Shin highlighted the important sections. "Dr. Nam," Admiral Kang said, "look at these files. Your mission was pure colonization. Peaceful settlement. Earth never intended for you to become conquerors." Nam studied the documents, his technological implants glowing as he processed the information. "Peaceful settlement," he said slowly. "Yes, that was the plan. Until we discovered we were not alone in the universe." "What happened?" "The first aliens we met tried to enslave us," Nam explained. "We had no choice but to fight. One battle led to another. Survival required strength." Admiral Kang began to understand. 800 years of constant war. You forgot how to be anything except warriors. "We became what the universe demanded," Nam said. "Now Earth will learn the same lesson." The battle continued around them as they talked. Admiral Kang watched her fleet taking heavy casualties. The aliens were fighting bravely, but the Dominion's technology was overwhelming. "Dr. Nam," she said desperately, "there has to be another way. You're still human. Some part of you must remember what Earth was like." For a moment, Nam's artificial features softened. "I remember blue skies," he said quietly. "I remember music, art, children playing in parks." "Earth still has all of that," Admiral Kang said. "We've built a peaceful civilization. That's what the colonists were meant to create." "Peaceful civilizations die when warriors come," Nam replied. "We learned that truth the hard way." Captain O's voice came over the communications channel. "Admiral, I'm in position near the Dominion command ship. I can see into their bridge. What do you see?" "Hundreds of people connected to machines. They're all linked together. But Admiral, some of them look sick. Like the connection is hurting them." Dr. Lim's voice joined the conversation. "The technological telepathy might be breaking down their individual minds." Admiral Kang had an idea. "Dr. Nam, your people are suffering. The mental link is destroying their humanity." "The link makes us strong," Nam insisted. "It makes you slaves," Admiral Kang said. "Look at your own crew. Are they still individuals or just parts of a machine?" Nam's camera turned to show his bridge. Admiral Kang saw what Captain O had described. Hundreds of people sat motionless, connected to the ship's systems by cables and wires. Their eyes were empty. "They chose this," Nam said, but his voice was less certain. "Did they? Or did you choose for them?" For the first time in 800 years, Dr. Nam Ki-young looked uncertain. The ancient scientist stared at his crew, seeing them as if for the first time. "We became strong," he whispered. "You became monsters," Admiral Kang said gently. "But you can choose to be human again." The battle was turning against the Allied fleet. General Ryu's voice came over the channel. "Admiral, we can't hold much longer." "Dr. Nam," Admiral Kang said urgently, "call off the attack. Help us find a way for both our peoples to coexist." Nam was quiet for a long moment. Around him, his connected crew sat like living statues. "Even if I wanted to," he said finally, "the Dominion cannot simply stop being what we are. We know only war. Then learn peace, Admiral Kang suggested. Take your people to the far galaxies. Build something new, something better than conquest. Nam looked at the battle raging outside his ship, Earth and alien vessels dying together fighting against the empire he had built. There is too much hatred, he said sadly. Too many years of war. Hatred can end, Admiral Kang said. If both sides choose to end it. Dr. Nam Ki-young, the inheritor, last survivor of the New Horizon, made his choice. All Dominion ships, he announced. Cease fire. Fall back to minimum safe distance. The battle slowly stopped. Thousands of ships hung in space, weapons still charged but no longer firing. This is not surrender, Nam told Admiral Kang. But perhaps it is not victory either. What happens now? Admiral Kang asked. Nam looked at his crew, still connected to their machines. Now we learn if monsters can remember how to be human. 5 years later, Captain Lee Daeho stood on the observation deck of the new space station orbiting Earth. Through the window, he could see ships from 3 civilizations, Earth, the Galactic Federation, and the Terran Dominion. The solution had not been easy. The Dominion could not simply return to Earth. Too much had changed. Instead, they had been given territory in distant galaxies, far from both Earth and Federation space. Dr. Nam Ki-young had chosen to disconnect from the technological link that had controlled his people for centuries. It nearly killed him,